Hey guys, it's the Gundam Boy, and we tend to look at a lot of guns for fighting at a mid-range or a long range. But today we are packing up the hunting gear and we're gonna be shotgunning it today. Get your buckshot, slugs, and birdshot, as we are looking at the shotgun family. Today's video is chosen by Sultan Sky. Yes, it was coming. You predicted right. And if you'd like to see your video idea being made in my schizophrenic editing style, be sure to leave it in the comments down below and I'll be sure to get to it. So we are going to be looking at the Punisher and the Breaker family, covering the functions of the guns between each faction. So those shotguns are going to be the Punisher, the Slugger, the Halt, the Cookout, the Breaker Incendiary, and so we're going to look at the stats between the pump action guns first, and then we'll go look at the breakers. So looking at the Punisher first, we got a 405 in damage, capacity of 16, and a recoil of 120, and a fire rate of 80. It's a light armor pending. So we're going to be taking a look at how it functions and how it moves, and sorry Sith Lord, I am busy making a video. So here you can see there is nothing, so we'll get straight into the movement. Common trait amongst all the pump-action shotguns is that they're typically pretty easy to aim. There's no problem with any drag on this weapon. You see it snaps left and right as fast as it can. And as you can see, it has a pretty decent shotgun spread from blasting this giant shipping crate. Hopefully there's nothing important in there. Sorry, Amazon. But yep, this is a pretty decent starter shotgun. I can't believe this is what they give you in the beginning, because a 405 damage is amazing. Because going on the bug front, you'll notice that this shotgun will blow anything's head off that's not well armored. This classic gut puncher shotgun still stands the test of time, even with newer guns in the mix. This shotgun is reliable to knock large portions of these bugs out with enough kick in it to kick my eye out. More annoying enemies like the Bile Spitters and Brood Commanders can be staggered to hell with this shotgun, as it's hit so hard it just knocks them around. Now with this high damage means you will be killing enemies left and right no problem. Pouncers, Spitters, and these little fuckers will all be dead in one shot. Warriors and little of the Hive Guards might be a bit more of a problem, but this gun gives them a low taper fade, or what I'd call lawnmower haircut. Bird Commanders and Bile Spitters are no problem because these motherfuckers take so much damage from this shotgun because they're so big. There shouldn't be too many things that should cause you problems other than big hordes, because this gun is a round reload, which makes it really easy to lose all your ammo, but really hard to regain. This trend of staggering is greatly noticed in the bot front, as you will murk smaller chaff in one shot, and juggle both Devastators and Berserkers. Watch as you make every Berserker come to a complete stop with one shot, or when the overconfident heavy devs try to get in close, this shotgun will be sure to make sure that they regret every decision in their life. And against these guys, well, we all know what already happened, so I think at this point in the video, we're just gonna skip over them, because, we know what happens when anything hits these dudes. When it comes to the devs and the Berserkers, though, these guys will be sure to be staggered to hell. This gun is a perfect counter against them. And against the Striders, the Scout Striders may be armored on the front, but that still doesn't protect our backside. The light pen, though, does make it incapable of fighting the armored version. So you shoot its rockets, but you don't want to explode. The Voteless are going to be manhandled by this shotgun. Even if you ain't aiming for their head, aiming at any portion of their body is just going to blow the limbs off. And against the Overseers, that armor may block rockets, but it will hurt when I rip their armor off with this shotgun and pipe stuff it up its ass. Even the elevated ones are gonna get staggered by this monster of a shotgun. Every shot I do will be making them incapable of throwing a grenade. So if you guys are running the Punisher and you see these flying bastards around, punk them in the face for me with the Punisher. It will be a great way to stop their grenade being thrown. So against the Voteless, it's yeah, exactly like that. And moving on to the Overseers, the Q-tip warriors have no way to defend themselves against a shotgun, because every blast will halt them in place, leaving them open for another follow-up. While the elevated do get staggered by this, their jetpack is still on, which means they will drift around all over the place while you're trying to punk them out of the sky. As long as you keep your aim on him and keep peppering him once in a while, he will not throw a grenade or even shoot back. Now going on to the Slugger, we have 250, capacity of 16, 120 recoil, and 80 fire rate. It's also a medium pen and shoots a slug. Great handling, this just like his first shotgun. So we're gonna move on to how it kills on the bugs. With the Slugger variant, you lose out on the spray damage, but this is still good for people who have the issue with more personal enemies, rather than facing down a crowd. Being a great option for killing selective enemies like Brood Commanders, Bile Spitters, or those jumping fucks. Stop skittering! Hive Guards are especially countered due to them lacking the ability to block that big-ass medium pen with their big-ass head. I will say though, if you're not used to the single slug, I would say it's kinda difficult to use against big horde situations, like if you're getting surrounded by a bunch of pouncers, because now you have to point at every single one of them and kill them individually with each shot. But if you're dealing with a hunter and you hate them like I do, that's right, I got my verdict, motherfucker, keep jumping! Having a handgun might be a good counter. So, against these little fuckers, they're all gonna be dead. Don't matter, they dead. Stay dead. Fuck you guys. Against the hunters and the warriors, these guns are going to break them in pieces. And against the heavier things like the hive guards, it is not protected because, like I said before, big-ass head, big-ass shotgun, bile spitters, and brood commanders are going to be light work with this shotgun because its damage and medium pen allows you to hit them in places where you typically don't aim. But I would say this shotgun struggles when it comes to a lot of horde situations, just because it's a single slug, so you really got to make each shot count. But you're not screwed with this shotgun, I can tell you that much. Let me just say, moving on to the bot front, this gun is going to have no problem killing all of the enemies because, its medium pen and its single slug makes it feel like this shotgun was built for this side of war. This shotgun makes light work of both devs and berserkers, either aiming for their head or midsection can lead to the coolest decapitations I've ever seen. And the medium pen allows you to engage with striders without having to strafe around. This shotgun's single slug allows you to take the shot at extended ranges as well, like you're trying to snipe, but they did nerf, like, its accuracy, I think, at range or some shit. I don't know. Maybe they were just like, stop using our slug shotgun as a sniper. Fuck you guys. I want to have fun. So, against these light troopers, dead. We all know that already. And against the berserkers and the devs, you will notice that the stun is great for holding these guys against beating the shit out of you. If you ever run against the striders as well, you can shoot them in their hips and you'll watch them do a little dance. This shotgun really doesn't struggle against on the bot front, as the way the enemies fight give you a bit more breathing room than if you were to be using a, you know, a normal shotgun. Or this shit. Here against the Illuminate, I can actually see this gun struggling against the vast hordes of enemies. I think there's more Illuminate voteless running around than some bug missions, and this shotgun only shoots one slug, so you really gotta make each shot count. But against the Overseers, it still put your shield down. Yep. Put the shield down. Thank you. This thing going up against the Overseers will stagger them and has the power to break the armor off and even headshot them. And against the elevated ones, same thing applies, but they still fly around, so keep that in mind. And you got like a tiny slug now. You're not shooting a wall of bullets. You have to kind of track your enemy nice and then pop them out of the sky. I say bad for killing the voteless, but great at killing these guys, because the Overseers and this stupid flying bastard are both affected by stagger. And you can headshot them with this gun. But the benefit of this being a slug means you can fire this thing at a bigger range rather than being too close to the voteless zombies, so you're not completely screwed. Now going over to the Halt shotgun, it does a damage of 385. Capacity of 16. Hey, go back. Why'd you go into the shotgun? We're not ready for it. We have recoil of 120 and a fire rate of 80. Handling, that's very similar to all the other shotguns. Can't really see a difference here. But the unique thing about it is that it has medium pen rounds and stun rounds, allowing this shotgun to swap between the two. On the bug front, something that I noticed is that despite it being a pump action, this shotgun actually lacks the staggering ability, probably due to the fact that it's all shoved into the right side of the barrel, being the stun round. This shotgun is great at killing enemies despite having no stagger. This shotgun is capable of taking down everything from the small guys up to the brood commanders with a couple of shots. And I think this shotgun is great at popping the heads on these warrior bugs, as it just shreds them apart with that medium pen and its high damage, making this shotgun a monster in the field. It's really the master of crowd controlling, because this shotgun will allow you to swap between stun. So hunters, your enemies that you have a hard time aiming at, you can stun the hell out of these guys. Stop hitting me! So I will showcase how the shotgun functions against these guys with the stun rounds. As you can see, when I swap over to it, then you can see how it freezes everybody in place. And when you freeze them, swap the kill to get rid of whatever's frozen. Great at killing these little dudes, and great at killing the bigger guys, because brood commanders and bile spitters will have no chance to get on you, especially if they can't spit or charge you with the stun ammunition. Going up against the warriors, it is just a clown fest, because you'll pop these guys' heads in an instant. Dealing with the hive guards can be a bit annoying, but guess what? I have medium pen. Domain expansion. Go fuck your mama. Even the shotgun is capable of stunning chargers in the ass if you can hit them. But we're gonna continue. Going onto the bot front, this shotgun is super great. Oh, it's like the shotgun was just made for this, because it's berserker stopping heaven. This thing will let you control the close quarters engagements against the bots, because your medium pen will sink through that armor. Oh, look at that. Crunchy. On bots, this works well to counter enemies like heavy devs at close range or berserker squads coming to bite you. The medium pen means anything dev or scout strider can be taken down with very little effort. But this gun can hold the line against the units. While the enemies at range may be dangerous, you at least know you'll be holding it up close. So, quick recap. This thing is the king of close quarters. Being able to stun and having its medium pen rounds means you'll shred anything no matter where you hit it. The stun rounds really give you the utility to stop whatever's trying to kill you so that you can reload, get away, or call stratagem. And like you seen earlier, you can actually shoot Hulks in the back with this to stop them from moving too for a brief moment. Though it's a little harder to do because their back is where you really gotta get to. And those guys turn really nice. And we all know what happens to the troopers. They are dead. The Illuminate enemies are gonna fall as if you are using the Punisher shotgun, with this gun taking down and shredding hordes of zombies that try to block you. And the shotgun's ability to stun enemies means it's great at stopping overseers from coming into melee range, or stopping these flying bastards, opening them for a back shot. Just like on the bug front, the shotgun on the squid front is great at controlling the crowds with its stun rounds, and its high damage and medium pen means you'll cripple the hordes of zombies with no problem. But I would say the round reload can make it struggle if you're going up against too many guys and you don't have backup. Against the roster of the chaff for squids, this shotgun is superior to all of them. And now we got the Cookout. Damage 120, 16, 180 with fire rounds. Oh, and I love this shotgun so much. It's just, wow, I wanna make you my own. Let's shoot some flames with bang, bang. Wait. Hold on, I already had my mental break earlier, I can't do it again. But just like any other shotgun, it handles about the same as any other, and it has nice fire rounds. Oh, look at that spread. Swivel here. And this shotgun against the bugs is just so great. It's like you're using the Punisher, but if that Punisher applied fire. It's basically what it is, but blasting enemies with the shotgun is great, as most of the bugs will be cooked before they get to you. And it basically smacks at those that get too close to you, and it is just, oh, it's a great gun. This is better than the Breaker Incendiary. I'm sorry, I love this gun too much. The added ability of being able to smack enemies at close range, just like its cousin, is just too good to not use. I can't think of anything that's really a threat on this roster. You have the little bugs who all just get burned and die before they even touch you. Hunters and warriors are also completely cooked when they get shot by this thing, and even if they survive the initial fire, the second blast will get them. And I know you're firing this thing at full speed. Brood Commanders, Bile Spewers, both of these guys aren't going to be able to do anything because both of them also get knocked the fuck up. Wait, what? They get knocked the fuck out when you shoot them. Against the bots, it functions in the same exact way the Punisher does. Against the bots, the shotgun does wonders as its shrapnel is visible, making it easy to blast wide groups of enemies and anticipate the next shot. Troopers only need to be hit by a single pellet for them just to burn out, and Berserkers and Devastators are super stunnable with this gun. This is one of the few shotguns that I take onto the bot front because it's just too fun to use. And of course you lose out on range, but this is a shotgun video. You should probably already know that if you're looking at this, huh? Troopers are an afterthought. If they get hit by a single pellet of this thing, it's usually a guaranteed death on their end. And when it comes against the Berserkers, it is a halting machine. It will stop this motherfucker every time you shoot them. And with the added flames means they will either burn out before they finally get to you, or if they're in your face, you can still push them off. And same thing with the Devastators, these guys will also get launched around. Even if most of your flames go around his midsection, all it takes is one pellet to really stun this dude. And look at this guy, he's not even paying attention. This thing is a god at killing the voteless, since its wide spray of fire means you can coat hordes in it. Against the Overseers, it will do the same as the Punisher, but now with fire. Never again will you be bonked with the shotgun around. And the same effect on the elevated ones, making this gun a barbecue. And calamari's on the menu. Against the voteless, this thing will absolutely clear hordes as long as you give the distance for the fire to cook them. And against the Overseers, this stagger monster will push these guys around like it's a bully fest. And against the flying elevated ones, the only problem is that they keep moving when they're stunned. Stupid fucking dickheads. So the pump action family has a variety of gun types that we can use to spread liberty. But we are gonna change gears to the Breaker Shotgun family, which means but we'll suffer when we get there. I will make part 2 because this video is getting kind of long, and I know you guys got the attention span of 5 fingers, so we're gonna stop here. Hey, Godzilla.